So we're at about the 2 week mark, so you can kind of see some of the baby grass in here. It's about as long as my finger, so I'd say it's a good couple inches now. I'll let it grow a little bit more just so I get it to the right height that I want before I actually start cutting it. I want to let it grow as much as possible before I get that first mow in. So I'm gonna wait a couple more days. I might mow this weekend, we'll see. But I mean, overall it's looking really solid. I mean, I have no complaints with it. Of course, this time of the year everyone's yards look nice, but yeah, no, this site 1 grass is doing really good. So there's this trouble spot that I had right here. I threw some grass seed down inside of it a couple of days ago. And I also used the weasel to break up the ground, which is why it looks so bad. But this should come back pretty nicely. I just need to let it grow in a little bit and kind of leave it alone. This is the area over by where I keep the trash cans at. I don't really care if the grass grows here or not. I was just trying to see how I would do on some bare spots without peat moss or anything. So this is just bare dirt with grass seed on it and starter fertilizer, of course, tenacity and humic acid on it, but it didn't get too much for growth. I got a lot of growth where it looks like I maybe turned or dug in with some kind of, with a wheel of some sort. I mean, it's not coming in that great, but also there's no sun here. It never gets sun on this side of the house. So I mean, it's doing the best it can for what it is, which is why I keep the trash cans here. Back here on the house is pretty much all bare. So you can really see how the new baby grass is establishing itself. Looks like it's doing pretty good. I got one bald spot right here. Overall though, I'm saying I'm happy with it. It came in pretty good. I mean, this is where I have my dogs. I have 2 dogs. You've seen them in the videos. So I mean, whatever happens back here happens back here. I'm not too worried about this. This is their yard, not mine. All my time's put in the front. The front yard don't look right. Nothing looks right. I would say that the tenacity definitely did its job. I haven't seen any new weeds pop up. I also haven't noticed any stunted growth in any of the baby grass. So if you apply the label rate, you actually get a pretty good outcome. So I threw some extra grass seed down on my edges along here. You can kind of see it where it's growing in at. You want to get that nice and thickened up because when you do your edging, you want it to be nice and crisp. So make sure you get your edges straight. Now is as good a time as any to go ahead and change out your blades. So these are from last year. They're not too beat up, but I might as well get a new set on there. So in order to take the blades off to change them out, what I recommend doing is first turning off the mower and then flipping the mechanism on the back right here, the little leg, to flip the handlebars up so we can put the machine at a 90-degree angle. So now it's at a 90-degree angle. If you look at this sprocket right here, which you need to take your cover off to find it, there's a hole right there. So inside that hole, you can push anything you want to use, Allen key. But on the other side of that hole is a hole that goes into the deck. So what you can do is you push something straight through there and it'll kind of lock it in, and that way you don't have to worry about too much play when you're trying to take off your blades. So that kind of locks into place. So in order to remove your blades, you need to get a size 16 socket, and I recommend using an impact. That's what I'm using. You don't have to use an impact, but it makes it a lot easier. You can also use a long bar or just your regular socket set if that's all you have. So always try to remember how your blades were set up before you take it all the way apart. So you have your nut that goes to your 16mm socket, hits the blade fins are facing up, as you can see, and then we have our locking part right here. So remember, the locking part goes on top, slide out your bolt, send it to the side where you're not going to lose them, and then that's one blade down. Second blade's done as well.
So these are the blades I'm using. I got them from Home Depot. They sell them everywhere. We actually got a really good sale going on last year, and I was able to stock up on a couple packs of these. I think these things usually go for about $40 a pack, if I'm not mistaken. I got them for around $3 or $4 a pack. So yeah, these are the blades I'm using. Just Toro genuine blades. So here are the new blades. Comes in a 2-pack. One goes on either side. Just make sure that when you reinstall these, that the fins are facing up towards the deck. You don't want them facing like this. You want them facing like this, where the fin, as you can see, it's facing down towards the grass. You don't cut anything in, it looks really weird. So make sure you have your blades facing the right way. So put them back on the same way they came off. Went through. We gotta take our chuck, I guess is what you would call it. Put it down, and then so you have a side with circles at the top right here, and you got the other side that has these little rectangles. Circle side goes down onto the blade. So for the first part, it's going hand tight. You need a rag, impact it down. Just wait until I get everything on there before I go and ratchet everything down. Other side, same process. Fins facing up, bolt through the bottom, line up. So you can see them come through in the blade. Just put them back on. So the blade orientation at this point doesn't really matter. When we go through and tighten everything down, we'll make sure all of our pieces are all lined up properly where they're supposed to be at, because they all match up a certain way. So now the last part is you want to line up all your keyways and everything so that way they all match. You do not start it if it's like 2 parallel blades on each other, they're smacking each other. They need to be one going horizontal and one going vertical. So this side is locked in where it's supposed to be. This side needs to be adjusted. If you see it, just clicked right in. So just make sure you match up all your notches. Take your time. Go ahead and lock down, ratchet down your bolts. Spins just fine, no interference, not going to hit anywhere, and it's rotating properly. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing started, get it smelling.